Well, it is time to celebrate another food holiday. This time, it's all about breakfast. Here's this week's Brittany's Bites. It is National Biscuit Day today. Really excited about that. A number of ways you can celebrate, right? So I thought about, I've done a lot of desserts lately. You could make a nice sweet biscuit. I've done a lot of things you could have for lunch or dinner, but I haven't done a lot of things you can have for breakfast. So that's what we're gonna do today, a breakfast biscuit. All right, so let's get started. We've got a pan heating up over here. I'm just gonna add in a little pat of butter, and then depending upon what kind of meat you wanna add to this, yes, I'm cooking something that calls for meat today. Gotta have those breakfast meats, right? You wanna get that going, whether it be bacon that you're gonna crumble up or whether it be sausage. Should come as no surprise. I'm gonna do some plant-based stuff today. Trying it out for the first time. Looks just like regular sausage that you get, right? Regular breakfast sausage. This is a plant-based one though. Never had it before, so let's give it a shot. All right. It's, by the way, a spicy sausage. I can smell it already when it comes out. Ooh, it smells good. And you just want to cook this for a couple of minutes or so. Obviously, again, whether you're going to do sausage or bacon, cook that however you need it to go, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. So I'm gonna break this up a little bit, and then of course, along with your breakfast meat, you're gonna have eggs, right? So we'll get going next. Okay, so we have our meat browning up over here, smelling great. I gotta say, the kitchen smells really good right now. So let's get going on our eggs. I have 8 eggs in here. You don't really have to add anything to it because once you blend everything else up together, it's fine. If maybe you put some milk or a little cream in, that's fine. I did just a little dabble of that. I do want to salt and pepper it as well, so I'm gonna put some of that in and then whisk it up because that's gonna be the next thing we're gonna cook up. So a couple of steps here, but really a simple recipe once it comes together and only a few ingredients needed. All right, got my whisk, so I'm just gonna break up the yolks here and get it mixed up, and then check on that meat over there. Okay, so the meat is all cooked up, good to go. So what we're gonna do is put it off to the side so that we can then cook up our eggs. I gotta say, this smells so good. It was a good choice to get the spicy kind, that's for sure. I don't know about you, but I love spice. Okay, put that all in there, and we'll just go ahead and use the same pan. Why not? Okay, now we're just gonna cook up the eggs. So let's pour this in and mix these up. Okay, I'm gonna take it off the heat here, and then we're gonna mix everything together. And then we want to add in some cheese. This is kind of an eyeballing it type of thing. If you like it really cheesy, because really we're gonna have these stuffed in biscuits. So you kind of wanna overdo it with the cheese a little bit because that biscuit is really gonna take up a lot of the flavor. Mix that all up. I might even want a little bit more. And then we're gonna mix in some of that sausage as well. We've got it sitting over here, ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna get this mixed up and then we're gonna go on to our next step. But you actually want this to cool down for just a bit because you're gonna be stuffing it inside these refrigerated biscuits I'm gonna grab. And then we'll pop them in the oven. Now we are back and ready for our biscuits, the star of the show today, right, on National Biscuit Day. So I'm gonna pop this open and hopefully not terrify myself in the process. That was so loud. Okay, all right, so you should have 8 biscuits in here. We're just gonna start with, I think, 6 or so. Keep the last 2 in here. I'm not sure how much these will space out on here. Okay, so these are those layered biscuits, right? So what we wanna do is just kind of try to find the middle here, and we basically just wanna open it up so that we can stuff it. You don't wanna totally take it apart, basically get a little spot in there. And then here's our mixture, right, of eggs, cheese, and sausage. Again, if you wanted to make bacon instead for yours, that is fine, but really get them stuffed in there because you can stretch the biscuit around it a little bit. Okay, I say that and I might have overstuffed mine. Okay, So you definitely want to try to seal it up on the edges. You don't want that all coming out in the oven. So I'm going to continue to do that with all 8 of these. I have my oven, by the way, preheating already at 350 degrees. So you've got a nice little breakfast pocket there. So we had 8 eggs before that we put inside. Have 1 extra and make a little egg wash. Again, that's just egg and water. And it just looks so pretty. It'll make it look pretty and shiny if you do a little egg wash on top. Everybody loves everything but the bagel seasoning these days, right? I happen to have a salt-free version. Use whatever you have and then just sprinkle that on top as much or as little as you like. That just looks so appetizing. So I'm gonna continue that, stuff them all, top it with the egg topping, and then sprinkle it on and then pop it in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or so. Okay, we have our breakfast biscuits out of the oven now. They look and smell so great. I love that we put that everything but the bagel seasoning on top. I think it just makes it. So I had them cooling off for a little bit so that hopefully we could take a look inside. But just imagine taking a bite of this. It looks so good, right? But let's see how our filling turned out. Oh, take a look at the inside. All of our ingredients there. It's actually still steaming in the inside a little bit. You know, it would be great because I love spice. Drizzle a little hot sauce on this. And there you have, for National Biscuit Day, our breakfast biscuits. Cheers. Well, I do always love when you share your takes on my recipes. So check out these chocolate cream cheese croissants. You may have remembered those from a couple of weeks ago. Those are from Doug and Kathy Beatty in Granville. I love the bunny rabbit little plate that they're on too, but it looks like they turned out great. And then Sid and Laura in Dublin gave my banana pudding parfaits a shot. Sid says they added a salty butter topping to the wafers on top. It makes me want to eat those all over again. Remember though, if you do have a picture like the folks you just saw there, we'd love to see them, or you can share an idea for a future recipe by texting us at 614-460-3345, or you can find me on social media.